Here we're going to look at what's called polynomial long division. So I'm trying to divide by something here. Binomial x plus 6 has two terms. So I can't just individually say, well, what's each term divided by two terms? So I'm going to have to write this out like long division. The steps go the same as if you're just doing a number with long division. A little thing I've heard sometimes, it's silly, but to remember the steps to long division is, does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? Stands for divide, multiply, subtract, check, bring down. And I'd say when there's just numbers, you take for granted, you go really fast through the steps. But on this, it's really easy to get bogged down, so it's nice in the beginning to ask yourself, what step am I on? What step am I on each time? We'll kind of mark it off as we go. So we are trying to divide x plus 6 into this 5x squared plus 34x plus 25. So when we're dividing, so first step, divide, I'm saying how many times does just this first term go into this one? Now it's easier to ask yourself, what do I have to multiply by this to get this, than it probably is to think of it as division. So I have to say, what could I multiply by x to get 5x squared? Well, how about 5x? 5x times x will give me 5x squared. And so now I'm on multiply. So multiply my answer up here by the whole divisor down here. So 5x times x is 5x squared. And 5x times 6 is 30x. And now we're on to subtract. Subtract is one of the ones I see maybe the most mistakes on, because don't forget I'm subtracting this entire thing in red here, the entire thing I put down for multiplication. So I'm doing minus the whole thing. So it needs to be in parentheses. What I like to do probably when I get to subtract instead is, because I know it's subtracting the whole thing and it would be in parentheses, is just distribute the negative right away. Say, if I'm subtracting the whole thing, it's minus this and minus this. That way now I can just combine them with their individual signs without having to think minus and negative. That's where I see the most mistakes happen, that kind of thing. So 5x squared minus 5x squared is nothing, it cancels, which is good. If it didn't cancel, we put the wrong thing up here. And 34x minus 30x gives me 4x. And so now check to make sure that this canceled. And now we can bring down the 25. And now we just start the whole method over again. Now we're dividing again. So how many times does x go into 4x, or what do I have to multiply to get it? So I'd say 4 times x would give me 4x. So now to multiply, 4 times x, and 4 times 6 is 24. And now we're on to subtract, and we're remembering that we're subtracting the whole thing. So it's minus here and minus here. So 4x minus 4x cancels, 25 minus 24 is 1. And now there's nothing else to bring down, so what does that mean about this? It means that 1 is our remainder, and so if we're trying to write our answer, we have our quotient, 5x plus 4, and our remainder is 1.